What up, guys? Welcome to DevLife, where we talk about everything development, personal development, programming, game development, just whatever. This is kind of a software developer's lifestyle channel where we just kind of speak off the cuff about stuff, try to keep it uncut as possible, as raw as possible. So, I'm Josh, and today's topic is freelancing in the software development world, how you can do it, some resources that you can use to find, and the drawbacks of freelancing. So first off, let's start off with what freelancing is. Well, freelancing is when you just work job to job, kinda. That doesn't mean paycheck to paycheck necessarily, but more of a job to job type deal. Some places you can find freelancing gigs are your typical job websites, but they'll just call it contracting. Contract for 6 months. This is almost the same thing as freelance for 6 months. A drawback to freelance is that you don't get unemployment because you know going into your job that it's going to end. And so when you know it's going to end, you can't collect unemployment. You can only collect unemployment, at least in the United States, is if they fire you or terminate you or something like that, then you can go collect unemployment. But with freelancing, you can't do that. So you got to be careful. You got to make sure your quality of the work that you're doing is very good, and make sure that you always have client reviews that are positive. So some places that you can go to find freelancing gigs, well, you have Upwork. Upwork is a pretty good place. Actually, there's a sort by United States option that you can sort for there. There's a little checkbox. It's just United States only jobs, because a lot of development jobs can kind of get outsourced to people living in like Ukraine, India. Not to say that those places are bad or anything, it's just that those places have a way cheaper cost of living than most of the United States. And so someone there, charging $15 an hour to do something is the equivalent of someone here charging $50 an hour. But to a company, it doesn't matter. So there they can live like someone here is making $50 an hour. And that's the thing. So Upwork has that sort by United States option where you can find companies that kind of are only interested in employing people in the United States. Another thing with freelancing is that you can kind of be undercut. And you're going to have to build your reputation. You're really going to have a strong portfolio when it comes to freelancing. That will be everything. So when you go to apply to a freelancing gig, you're going to have to show your portfolio, and you're going to have client reviews that they can call as references to make sure that you're good to go. Another place that you can kind of find freelancing jobs on is, it's probably not the best place, right? But it would be Fiverr. Fiverr is $5, whatever. That's the whole thing. It's based off of Fiverr's $5 services. But that doesn't necessarily mean you can't do that, because there are options other than $5, and there are a lot of people on there that make their entire living from working on Fiverr. If you look at some of the descriptions, it says Fiverr full time, and they have a schedule when they do stuff, and they might actually be closed to taking commissions from people that are interested in having them do work. So Fiverr could be a good place, despite what you think. Despite its stereotypes, it's still an okay place. The hardest part about freelancing is building up your clientele. So people would normally tell you to go to like your friends and family and build them a website, whatever. You need to find someone that has like a small business, just someone that knows somebody that does like a small business, and if they have a website that was made like forever ago with like GoDaddy's drag and drop builder or something like that. This is speaking about web development right now. There's other things like C#, but like making websites. Let's talk about making websites. Find someone that has a small business, redo their website, offer to do it for free. Yeah, you're not trying to get paid, just do it for free. Build the portfolio. I know it sucks, but you got to do it. It's worth it. The more stuff you have in your portfolio, the more people you have to vouch for you, the easier it is to kind of get more jobs. Like freelancing is an exponential curve, so it's really hard to get started, but once you get to the top, it's really easy to stay there. It's kind of like real estate, I guess, in terms of software development. So word of mouth, having a strong portfolio, having a website, having kind of like a brand, so to speak, it's just essential to freelancing. Another thing you can do with freelancing, it's not web developers' favorites. I made a video on this on my own channel about WordPress. WordPress isn't a favorite among developers, but it is quick and easy to set up a website for someone, a small application, so to speak. Actually, if you get enough plugins, it can almost do anything. And you can hand over the login and password to the end user, to the client that's purchasing it from you, and you can include a tutorial for them to log in, and you can show them how to modify their own website, which is really an attractive feature of WordPress. And if you can do that pretty quick. You know, you get a theme, you get some plugins, you get the content that they want, and then boom, done. So WordPress can be a great way to freelance. And if you're just looking at people that want websites. If you're looking for something a little bit deeper than that, you're gonna have to go to some actual job boards, check the Reddit for hire page, check Gigster. You're gonna have to do a little bit more digging if it comes to freelancing that's not web development or website stuff in particular. But there's always gonna be software ideas out there, and there's always gonna be people that need to create those, and you're that person. So get out there, just try. If they say no, okay, next, okay, next. There's always gonna be new people trying to do new stuff. Just keep on trying. That would be my suggestion when it comes to freelance. Now, it's a little bit risky, you know, because your job's gonna end. You might not have a new client. I don't know if I could do that. It's a little bit scary, but you know, you're working for yourself, making your own hours. So that's the trade-off. I think that's about it for as far as I have to say about freelancing right now. So you gotta be careful, but I think the payoff is worth it, and you can really, you know, take that exponential curve up here to the top. I'm just looking at my viewfinder. Yeah, but it can be good. Make your own hours, work on the beach, do whatever you want type deal. It's just tricky to get started. All right, guys, if you like this video, hit that little subscribe button. Be sure to check out the Discord. We have a community. We're always hanging out there, always trying to improve. You know, again, this is like software developers' lifestyle, kind of a culture thing. We're always talking about, you know, games or personal development, working on that side project after work that you don't want to work on. And we're all just there, kind of a community of people supporting each other, going through life together. And it's a really cool, unique niche to be in. So if you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comments section or hop in the Discord, leave them there. Taylor and I are always there. Be sure to check out my channel. I make in-depth reviews of like code projects, in-depth reviews of code projects. I do code tutorials. I go in-depth more on these topics like that WordPress I was talking about, with a lot more editing and a lot more kind of structure than this video. Taylor has his own channel. Be sure to subscribe to him. He's doing tech reviews of new cool gadgets that he can get his hands on, and he does Taylor Talks, which are pretty similar to these, but he talks about his experience as a CTO, 25 years old, you know, and just kind of how to be a better developer. So we appreciate you watching. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you in the next video.